Alright guys, welcome back to a new tutorial where I'm going to show you how you can sell your digital product in less than 24 hours automatically. So for those of you who are watching this video and you don't have yet your access to my membership area where I give you the Systeme.io Launch Kit 2.0, where I give you 4 funnels, 4 automations, 4 email sequences, a bunch of bonuses and a bunch of CSS codes, everything you need so you can make your first $1,000 a month with Systeme.io using 4 different systems. So today I'm going to show you how you can do it by selling your very own digital product. So once you logged in, you click the link in the description, and once you're here, you are going to receive your access here. So first thing you need to do is click on the click at the very first button here to create your Systeme.io account if you don't have one yet. If you have one, just stick with me. So I'm going to show you how you can get the templates and the email sequence. So the second link here, the second button here, you're going to click on it so you can import your funnel template. And then the last thing you need to do is click here on the last button here to grab the email sequence. So now you have the email sequence and you have the funnel template. So let me just refresh this real quick and let me get rid of this one because it's actually a copy of it. So what you want to do is you want to click on your funnel here, and you can see it's a very simple funnel. You have 4 steps. Actually, you have 3 steps plus a confirmation thank you page. And how does it work? What we want is we want to have a sales page. On the sales page, we want to grab, of course, we want to show what our product is, what our solution is, how it's going to make their life a lot better. The point here with this tutorial is not to show you how, it's not to give you tips on copywriting and everything, and it's not also to show you how you build the funnel. Okay, I have it ready for you. Just import it inside of your Systeme.io account, and then you use it. You customize it and you use it. Okay, but what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to show you the strategy behind it and how you can automate everything here. Okay, so your work here actually is to bring as many people as possible here to the sales page, qualified people. Okay, so if you, I don't know, you're a dog owner and you sell a product about dogs, you want to bring cat people here. Okay, but some cat people have dogs, so some of them maybe would like to be here. Okay, so what you want to bring as many people as possible, as many qualified people as possible to the very first page. And on this page, we want to show them what's your offer, what's your solution, and how it's going to change their life, how it's going to make their life easier for a fraction of the cost. And what we want from here, the one main thing we want to grab their email. So once we have it, we can then add them to our automation here and start letting the email sequence work for us and make money. But what we're going to do, and we're going to make this funnel a little bit better so we can make more money and help it convert more. Okay, so how we do it? See, you have a sales page. We're going to show you offer, and then you have an order page. And actually, an order page is pretty basic. It's actually just a recap of what they're getting and how much it's going to cost for them, and the kind of the offer they have, see the price they have instead of the real price, and just an order form. So it's pretty easy. So what we want to do is on this one, we want to make it convert better by using real scarcity and real automations, and I'm going to show you how. And then you have an upsell. It's pretty basic, and you can put an order bump in the order form. And then you have an upsell. Okay, so how are we going to do it? So if you click on the sales page and you go on the right hand side and you click on edit page, we want to make sure that this one is in English because I'm sharing this funnel in so many different languages. So you will have it in English. So what we want here is one very simple thing. So you want to customize this one. So you go ahead, have fun, spend time, not too much time because you want your funnel to be live as soon as possible because you want to test it. If you don't have data, you cannot actually make a smart decision. So you want to give your funnel as soon as possible. You want to send traffic to your funnel as soon as possible because you want to gather data, and then you're going to analyze those numbers and make decisions based on this. Okay, so don't spend too much time. Customize it with your branding, your offer, your message, and your audience. And once you're good, one thing you really want to do here is you want to make sure that you see all those buttons here. We have all those buttons we have here. You want to make sure that when somebody clicks on the button, it actually don't open a URL. It's actually going to submit a form. So you have different ways of doing it. So submitting a form is actually grabbing their email address and adding it to our email list. So how we do it here on this one, you can use a pop-up. So we can create a pop-up here on the left-hand side. You click on plus and you can create a pop-up, and you can customize this pop-up here and says, okay, when I click on edit, I just want to open automatically. So we don't want to off, on, and show one. Yes. Okay. So what we want to do here is we want to make sure that when anyone clicks the button, it opens the pop-up. So how do it? We do it. We're going to click on the button here, and we say, okay, when somebody clicks here, we want to show pop-up, and you only have one. So this is the first one. So, okay. So, and then I click on, I click on pop-up here. I'll go to settings. And for the button here, I want to make sure that when somebody clicks this button here, it's going to submit the form and then take them to the next step. This is what we want. So we click save. We're going to the preview here. And if I click here, I have the pop-up showing up, and then I can type my email address and then click next, and takes me to the next step. But the very first thing we want is we want to grab the email here. We could also do like this. So it really depends of, the audience you have, and you need to test it. But you could add right here, you could put, instead of a pop-up, you could add a form input, and we could put the email right here. So we could grab the email here and say, okay, we want your email. And you could customize this a little bit and say, okay, it's going too far on the right. So we could say, I want a short here, so it can be as the same size as the button that I have. So, okay, it's too much. So let's say 300. Okay, more or less. Okay, let's say 250. So more or less like this. Okay, so we could have it here and say, okay, once somebody enters their email address here and they click this button here, it's not going to show the pop-up. It's going to submit the form, and the next step is going to take them to the next step inside of our funnel. Okay, and we could do, for the different buttons we have here, we could just go to the section here on the left hand side, click inside of the session, go in the menu all the way down, and grab the section attributions. Okay, so we click here, we copy it, and we say, okay, every time somebody clicks any button, so we don't need to do it for all the buttons here, we want to take them to open URL and say hashtag, and we want to copy and paste the section number. So if I go to preview here, I have my form here, and if I click, I need to fill the form first, and then if I click the button, it's going to take me back here. So this is what we want. Okay, really simple. And then you're going to spend time customizing this. What we want to do on the next page, this is where the real stuff happens, is once we grab their email, we want to have them land here on the form page. And so you want to create your product. So I'm going to create a test product here. So it's going to be called, let's say, test 1. And I'm going to give it, you should give it a resource. So you can add a tag, give access to a digital product, anything. And we want to give them a price. So maybe I have one price already. I don't have one. So I'm going to say, okay, test. This one is a test. This one is company. How do you write company? Like this? I'm lost. I say business name and one-time payment. And let's say this one is $47 hours, as it is in our example. So I'm going to click on save. So I have my price and I have my product here. So what I want to do here is I want to create, because once somebody lands here, if I don't have anything that says, okay, hurry up. You see, there is the real price, which is $200, and you have the discounted price, which is $47. But I need to create more urgency and scarcity by automatically. So by saying, okay, you only have a few, let's say, minutes, hours, depends, before the price goes up. So what we can do, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it, and then you're going to customize with your very own offer. And what we want to do is we want to add. So we could do like this, okay, 200, and we could bar it, so we can leave it like this. And then if you go on the left-hand side, go all the way down to countdown, and we can drag and drop a countdown here. And we can say, okay, you have, and we're going to choose a delay, and it's going to be, so 24 hours is going to be 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And we're going to say, okay, you have 24 hours to get access to whatever you're selling using this super discount, okay? So what we want to do is, okay, what happens once the countdowns run down? Once the countdowns reach 0? What is going to happen, and how we can make sure that this is actually going to make us money? So you don't want to use fake scarcity and say, okay, once it reaches 0 and the price stays the same, and you don't have any redirection URL. So what we want to do is we want to save this. We have our countdown. We're going to come back later here, and we're going to exit the page. And what I want to do is, okay, I want to call this one, because this is the very first one. It's a $47 offer. So I'm going to rename it by the price that I'm using. And what I want to do is I want to create duplicate this page, exactly the same one. And let's say a strategy that works very well is actually saying, okay, you just landed on my page, you just showed interest for my offer, and I'm going to give you a very special price, a very discounted price, but you only have 24 hours to get it. And the real price is $200, and I'm offering it to you for only $47 today. But if you don't take action today, the price will increase every day by, let's say, I don't know, more or less $30 every day, until it goes back to the normal price, which is $200. So how we do it, we actually say, okay, we just duplicate our page here, and we're going to call this one. So the first price was 47, and the second price is 77, because if you increase by $30 every day during 5 or 6 days, it's going to be $200. So more or less $200. So I'm going to rename this one with a new price. So I could say price 1, price 2, but like this, it's easier. And what I do is I'm going to grab the URL of the second offer, okay, the second page here. And I'm going to go back to my first price. And I'm going to say here on the countdown menu. And if I go action when countdown expires, it's actually redirect to the second price. Okay, super easy. And then I'm going to exit the page. So they're going to opt in here. They land here. They have 24 hours to take actions and buy your product. And if, let's say, the second day they click on the very first link, and which we bring them here normally, automatically it's going to take them to the second page. Okay, and then it's going to take them to the price number 2. And you can duplicate this. Also, okay, here, what I need to do is I need to change. And let's say I could, spend more time. Obviously, you should spend more time rearranging the copywriting, the words you would say here, and say, okay, the price will go up by $30 every day until it reaches back the normal price. So you should spend time doing this. I'm only showing you the strategy here, okay? And so you should say something like price is increasing soon. We could say pricing. We could say something like this. The price goes up by $30 every 24 hours. Okay, and I like the act now here, so we could do it like this. Okay, so we should have something like this. So and you can make this pop up with a few codes. It's really easy. So we're going to save, and you're going to duplicate this exact system, for as many time as you need. Usually what I do is I have, you could do it like this, but then you're going to have to customize for your very own offer, and depending on the price you're using. But it could be something like, okay, you have a low ticket offer, and because you're trying to bring people on your list, and say, okay, you only have 24 hours to get this discounted price. And if you don't get it by every 24 hours, the price increases by 10, 20, 30, $50. Okay. And so now you're going to duplicate the page as many times as you need to reach your normal price. So once this is good, we want to automate this business. So how we do it? So I'm going to pause the video here and build all the pages here. So it should look something like this. So you have a 5-day, more or less 5-6 days email campaign, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 price increasing with the very last order form, which is the normal price. And so the idea is you have people opting in here, and then you have a countdown on every page, and the offer is increasing by $30 every day until they buy, and you're going to send them multiple emails, sometimes multiple emails a day, until they buy or until the countdown reaches 0, and they're only left with the only option to buy full price. So what we want to do now is actually create the automation rules. So first we need to go to CRM here, click on tag, and open a new tab windows, and we're going to create the tags. So the tags we need here is, first we have a lead, okay, we have a contact, and then if somebody buys, then we have a buyer, and then if a buyer gets the upsell, then we have an upsell buyer. Okay, so how would it work? We would create, so we would have, I'm going to call it test contact. And then we would have test buyer, and when we would have a test upsell buyer. Okay, so we have our 3 tags, and how does it work is actually is going to create an automation here, and we're going to say every time someone's opt-in here, we are going is going to trigger an action, and the action would be add a tag, and the tag would be the test contact. Okay, so this is the first one, and then on the order pages, all the other order pages here, when you create your product here, you could actually, inside of a product, this is how I would do. I'm going to give a resource, and the resource will be the tag attached to the price. And so the tag would be test buyer right here. Okay, so yes, confirm. And then we have our tag here. So every time someone's buy is going to get the tag test buyer. And we just duplicate this on every pages here. And when somebody buys so we need to create the upsell test. I'm going to create the upsell here, and the tag would be, the resource would be a tag, and the tag would be test buyer here, and the price would be, it doesn't really matter, it's just, for the example here, let's say $97. I'm going to click here. Okay, so we have our funnel here. We have our order prices here. We have our system in place with the countdown here, countdown timer, and in each and every page, every time the countdown goes down here, reaches 0, then you grab the URL of the next page with the new price increased by $30. Okay, I hope it's clear. If you have questions, please ask them inside of the comment section. And what you want to do after here, you want to make sure that your email campaign is triggered when somebody opts in here. Okay, so how we do it. And I wanted to add here to make it clear, don't be scared. Like say, okay, I have many different order forms, but it doesn't affect the funnel in itself. Okay, so let's say somebody opts-in here and only buys, let's say on the 3rd day. If it buys here, it's not going to show him the new pages here, okay? Because the next step in the funnel, it's the upsell. So let's say if they buy from any one of those pages here, Don't worry, they're not going to see the other forms here. They're going to jump right to the next step, which is the upsell. Okay. So now we want to make sure that our email campaign is triggered when somebody opts in our sales page. So how we do it, we're going to click on automation. We're going to click open a new tab. Oh no, so go back. Automation, new tab, workflows. And here we're going to create two workflows. One is to get in the sequence, and we're going to create a new one. One is to get out of the sequence. So we want to make sure we're getting them out, and we want to activate. So in case you forget, I'll activate them right away, and then I customize them. So get in. What's the trigger? Well, actually, the trigger would be if someone gets the tag, the one we created, to contact, which is a new contact, okay? The guy reaches here, it leaves its email to opt in inside of your page, and we're going to add him the tag contact. So the tag test contact is added, so we're going to, usually I just create a small delay. It really depends of the volume that you really have, and then going to wait a few minutes. And the action will be, we want to subscribe him to our email cache maker, okay, to our email sequence. And if we see the email we have, the one I'm giving you as an example, you can use it and you're going to customize it. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So usually what I do is, okay, it's going to subscribe to the email campaign, and we're going to wait for 6 days, okay, 6 days. And once the campaign is over, we want to unsubscribe them from the email campaign. So in that case, let's say they come back, let's say a month from now, then they will be able to go through the email sequence again. Okay. Otherwise, they will remain in the email sequence and wait for the new email to be added. So we want to get them in and out. And so this one is okay. It's done. And for the get out, the second automation we have is if, let's say, somebody buys on the last day, the 5th day or 4th day, we want to make sure that they don't receive the emails for the rest of the email sequence. So we want to get them out of the sequence if they become buyers. So what would be the trigger? A trigger would be tag added, and this one would be test buyer. So they became a buyer, and we will wait just a few minutes, create, and then we would unsubscribe them from the email sequence. I hope it's clear, okay? So we have two automations, one that get them in the sequence and one that can get them out the sequence, even if, let's say they didn't buy, so they're out of the sequence, okay? Or let's say they bought, then they're automatically out of the sequence. So this is how the funnel will work. And then you can customize your emails. So you have, it's just an example here I'm giving you, so you can use the template I'm giving you and copy and paste it inside of ChatGPT and ask him, tell him about your client, your offer, their pain point and everything, and how you relieve their pain from them, how your product relieves their pain from them. And you can use ChatGPT to help you write your email sequence. And how would it work? So actually, you would have your email here and say, okay, this one would be sent. So I click save and publish. It will be the first one to be sent. And maybe we will wait because, they're going to get inside of your sales page here, leave their email address and reach the second page. And there are a few information that maybe they will read and, start reading. So we would give them maybe 20 to 30 minutes before sending them the very first email, okay? Or the first email from the campaign, because I could send an email before. So I would wait maybe 20 minutes. And then for the second one, I have my very first email being sent here. And the second one would be sent a day after, okay? And what I could do is, so I would only start the email sequence 20 minutes after they opt in, because I want to give them time. Maybe they just want to buy to get their wallet and credit card number. Or what I could do is right here, if I exit here on the sales page, when somebody opts in, I could send the very first email here, send an email and customize an email. Just say, okay, you just opted in for my product. Here it is. I have a free stuff going before. But if you want the real deal, just click this link and, take them back to the special offer that you're having. Okay? Really easy. So again, you click the link in the description. You get access to the Systeme.io launch kit right here, and you create your account if you don't have one. You grab the premium template, the automated email sequence, and you start selling your very own digital product. And think again, if you have any questions, again, please just leave them in the comment. And also, please think about it. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps me and motivates me to keep going. Thank you again, and see you in the next video. Bye.